some people want a demo zone or a staging zone to be able to configure their TVE in the way that they'd like. But you don't need to do that. You can actually use your existing Chaleo Business Edition to be able to make configuration changes and test them out with no one else seeing your changes until you're ready to expose them to the world. So how we're going to do that, basically the way that you assign page layouts and list views, let's look at a requisition. So this is a requisition page layout. Now, if I wanted to change the way that this requisition looked, maybe change the tabs or maybe change some element in it, I just need to introduce a new page layout that would be my view requisition because I'm viewing this requisition page layout. So let's say that I wanted to do that. I'm going to look for my view requisition page layout. Here's view requisition, view requisition. This is the version I was just looking at, and I'm going to make a new version of it. So I'm going to add version. Adding the version itself doesn't do anything. It just makes another version that nobody is referring to, so nobody's looking at. Now, if we wanted to put something in it just to test this out, I'm going to insert just some static HTML, just for whatever reason I want. This is my test version. We'll make it nice and big. Okay, so that's on my page. So if I go right now and I look at my requisition, I don't see that. And if I wanted to change everybody's view of the world, I would go into roles, and I'm an administrator, so I'll go in and change my page layout on the administrator. And to my administrator role, I'm changing my view requisition to view requisition test. When I do that, I'm going to reset all of the users. When I do that, what's going to happen is I'm definitely going to see the change. Here it is, but every single user just saw that change. Oh, well, we don't like that. Let's put that back the way that it was. So I'm going to go back to roles. I'm going to go back to page layouts, and I'm going to change my view requisition back to just normal view requisition. It changes all of the users. When I go look at my bartender, hey, look, it's gone, right? So that's gone. If I wanted to be able to test that out, I wanted to make those changes and play around and change the fields and change, the static that's on the page or whatever, I could actually do that like I've done. So I have that one version now, the test version that nothing is referring to. What I want to do to test it out is just go to my user. So I find me, and I come into this list, and I say I want to change page layouts. Now, all of these page layouts are currently coming from my role, which is administrator. And as soon as I change one of them, what it actually does is it says, these are the versions for Murray Newton, and any future changes to my role won't affect my user unless, as you just saw me do, I check that button, that radio button, to allow it to reset my user. So currently, all of the administrators are looking at what's assigned to the role, and I'm not. I'm looking what's assigned explicitly to me. So when I go look at bartender, there's my test version, but if anyone else, any administrator went into the system, they wouldn't be able to see it. So I can play like that with my list views, with my page layouts, with absolutely everything, tweak, tweak, tweak until I get it how I want it. Now let's say that I wanted to go back and reset my user so that my user is referring to all of the list views and all of the page layouts that are assigned to their role. I just go into my user, I say change settings, I say change my user such that, reset Murray Newton, so that he uses the page layouts as assigned to the administrator role. And same with the list views. And next. Yes, now I'm back to referring to the role, which means I don't see my changes. So you can mess around with all the page layouts and all of the list views like that, tweak until your heart's content, and then when you're ready to go, when you've actually tested with your user over and over again, you're sure that it's right, you just come into the roles, you make the different assignments there, and those users, all users within your organization that subscribe to those specific roles will suddenly be updated to see those new pages. I hope that helps you in configuring your zone without having to have a demo zone and without everybody seeing what you're practicing to do.